Robert, I'm Sheriff Chitwood. I'm the one who made this trip responsible for you. I think it's important that these people who you screwed over, you look them in the eyes, because it's easy what you did, right? It's really hard to realize all these lives you affected. And the message is clear. If you do this in my county, we're coming to get you no matter what. Anybody want to say anything? Yeah. Go ahead.
Work hard.
All right. You get the message?
I'm very sorry and innocent until proven guilty, and hopefully this all will get fixed.
How are you going to fix it?
I can't say any more than that. I mean, this is,
Okay. All right. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, guys, we're going to walk through here, so.
Let's think about what this video entails. This video is of someone who has been arrested and brought back to Volusia County, Florida, in order to face criminal trial for defrauding more than 100 Seabreeze High School students and chaperones out of approximately $400,000 for a trip to Italy and Greece that was scheduled for June 2024. And that trip never happened. So what is the constitutional perspective of this? These perp walks should never happen. It is not the Volusia County Sheriff's job to determine that this individual is guilty and parade them around the community as though they've already had their trial. And as you can hear this man saying, he said, yes, I'm sorry, but I am innocent until proven guilty. He was ambushed. He's picked up from whatever jurisdiction he was residing in and brought to Volusia County, Florida. And as he gets off the plane and he's escorted by law enforcement officers through the airport and down the escalator, he's ambushed by dozens, if not hundreds of people that all have his face on posters. Right next to the sheriff, you see in the video, there's a man with gray, white hair and a white beard. That's the mayor of the city of Ormond Beach, Jason Leslie. You see a bunch of people involved in this situation, all standing around, and quite a few of them have signs depicting the man's face, and some of them have written all over his face. They're all, hollering, cheering, if you will, not for him, but against him. But hollering things and saying things. And at one point, not only does Sheriff Chitwood address him and talk to him as though he's already been found guilty, but then he literally turns around and says, does anybody else want to say anything? And then you have people that are just there at random saying things to this man. And then Sheriff Chitwood puts him on the spot without attorneys present and says to him, well, what do you have to say for yourself? And the man says, well, I'm sorry, but I'm innocent until proven guilty and we'll get this taken care of. And he says, well, how are you going to take care of it? There is nothing more improper and unconstitutional than what Sheriff Chitwood is doing here. This man may very well be guilty of exactly what is written on the video that Mike Chitwood's office posted about this arrest. Very well could be found guilty, very well that he is guilty. But every single person in our country is guaranteed that whole concept of due process, where we are all innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, where it's not only the prosecutor's job to prove that we are guilty, but they have to prove that we are guilty. They have to prove each and every element of the offense beyond a reasonable doubt in order for that verdict to be returned as guilty. And so before there can be any punishment or, ostracizing or lashing out or anything like that through any kind of legal process, there has to be the process of determining guilt. That hasn't happened here yet. All that has happened is the man has been arrested. And he has no counsel next to him, no one to speak for him, and he's ambushed. This is not the appropriate way to do things. This is not what American justice looks like. Let's do it the right way. Let's hold people accountable the right way and go through the proper procedures. And there should be a time and a place for the victims to all have their statement. They should have their day in court where they get to speak up and to say what this person has done to them. If he is in fact found guilty, or let me put it this way, they should have their opportunity to testify at the guilt phase, the fact-finding phase, to determine whether or not he is in fact guilty. And then if he is found guilty, they should also have their say in the sentencing phase, where they get to talk about how it impacted them. But this, doing it this way, where he's ambushed without counsel, where he's treated as though he's already been found guilty, where there are no protections and due process, this is not in accordance with the American way of justice. This is not in accordance with the United States Constitution. And Sheriff Chitwood needs to stop doing these perp walks. It's all for press. It's all for publicity. Sheriff Chitwood, like all others elected to any other position, need to do their elected duties within the bounds of the Constitution.